Hi, Theater Pizzazz. I'm Meredith Heyman. So excited to be talking theater with you today. Joining me are the stars of the new off-Broadway play Still, Jayne Atkinson and Tim Daly. Jayne, Tim, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Tim, can I just start off by saying how much we're all thinking about your sister and how the well wishes from the theater community. How is Tyne doing?
She's doing great. Thank you. And I will pass those wishes on to her.
Well, we cannot wait to have her back on the board super soon. And I'm sure she will be rushing just as much. Now, let's get to your show. Let's talk about Still. Talk to me about the premise of this play. Lost love, returning love, love-hate relationships, if you will.
Go ahead, Jayne.
Okay, so there are two people who dated in their 30s. There was a tremendous connection, chemistry, that feeling you meet someone and you can't stop talking. You can talk for hours and hours and hours. And then something happens in their relationship that they're not able to recover from, so they go their separate ways. And Tim's character, Mark, marries, and I go on to be a best-selling writer. Mm-hmm. And then you meet them plus years later in a bar.
And there we are. So was this
there you are.
And there we are. Was this a story in terms of the relationships as you guys ever that you guys at all related to?
Yes. In its emotional journey, yes. Not the facts of it, but definitely the emotional parts of it. Yes.
I mean, it's not about us, and I don't know if Jayne has had that experience. I haven't. But the the idea that these people meet after 30 years in a bar, and whatever smoldering ember is left of their passion bursts into flame is really interesting and fun and funny and utterly surprising.
Yeah.
Now, politics are a big part of the dynamic of their relationship. I was brought up that, what was it, the expression, politics and religion make strange bedfellows. We don't talk about that, but it plays a big role in this relationship. And I guess the initial, I don't want to say I guess, I don't know, I haven't seen it yet. Perhaps the initial breakup, and it's still in the process of the reunion of these two people.
Well, the breakup has nothing to do with their political positions. And frankly, I don't want to say too much about it because it would spoil the show and the surprise. But suffice to say that, there is a political element to the show.
Yeah. And okay, we don't want to spoil the surprise, but the idea of these people, in my research, they love each other, but they also hate how the other thinks or believes. Is that something that you feel it's very pertinent today? It's a very divisive world, especially when it comes to politics. And when people believe differently, not only do they always not want to be together, be friends, it's gone way further. We want to cancel people at this point for different political beliefs. Is that something you brought into the experience, into the development of these characters, or thought about at least?
I think the attraction for me, and I believe, I'll speak for me, but I feel that we agree. The attraction for me with this play is that I wouldn't use the word hate. I would use disappointment. I would use fear. I would use a sense of loss and, pain, trauma, because I believe that all those qualities actually are at the root of a lot of what has been going on. And so for me, the play just holds this amazing space for us to think about how important it is to listen and to come from a place of love.
What is it like working with each other? That must be a wonderful thing that keeps you coming back to it. And how is it working with each other?
It's the best. I mean, Jayne is, I not only is she an amazing and wonderful and kind and dear-hearted and adorable person, but she's an incredible actress. I mean, she is the real deal.
Oh my goodness.
And it's funny because in my walks, I know a lot of actors, and they say, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm doing a play with Jayne Atkinson." They're all like, "Oh my God, Jayne Atkinson! I love her." So that's what it's like for me.
And vice versa. I
Yeah.
mean, this play requires we haven't had a lot of rehearsal with this play. We did it up at the Dorset Theater, which we loved. We had 2 weeks, one preview and go. And because both of us have been in the theater for a long time, there's an ease and a vernacular and a way of coming towards each other that we both know. And he is expert at. And then a trust and a safety because we met each other on the set of Madam Secretary, and there's just a kinship, a feeling of trust. And so we can be vulnerable with each other, we can share with each other, we can talk to each other, we respect each other, and we just lock and load. And because this play has so many wonderful landscapes to explore, having that kind of safety, having that kind of respect, having that kind of trust is so key, and it's delicious to play with each other, which sounds a little weird. Play on stage with each other.
I gotcha. Wink, wink. No, I gotcha. Play on stage. Did you guys see the article? Was it the other day in the New York Post about how amazing Off-Broadway is right now? And you guys are a part of that. How is it? What is it? How does it feel being in this season, this time of incredible Off-Broadway work?
Well, I'm kind of bummed out now because I just finished an off-Broadway play and I wasn't mentioned as part of the other one. But, but what are you going to do? Keep taking my swings and hope that everybody loves this one.
I haven't been in New York doing a play in a long time. The last show I did with was Blythe Spirit with Angela Lansbury, Rupert Everett, Christine Ebersol, and I left honestly because I was a mom and I wanted to be home with our son. My husband, Michael Gill, and I are both actors. We live in the Berkshires in Great Barrington. And so I left to be home and raise our son. I did television, but not theater. So any place that I'm coming back to, especially with this gorgeous play, which I feel like I've honestly waited my whole career to have. It's that beautiful to me. This is such a pleasure, and I'm so excited to do Off-Broadway, to be at the DR2, to be with Tim, to work with Colcor, their support and their taking this play and bringing it to the city from Dorset is just such a gift to me.
And last question, what do you hope, without giving anything away, just what do you hope audiences take from seeing Still?
I hope that every single person that sees this play takes away something different. I hope that this play engenders a lot of conversations about a lot of things, both in the public sphere and the personal sphere and in the sphere of relationships and their view of the world. I think that one of the great things about any play, and especially this play, is that there are a lot of interpretations. Two people can see this play and come to absolutely different opinions about what happens when the curtain goes down.
Yeah.
And to me, that's the sign of a really, smart and brilliant writing.
Absolutely. Well,
I can't really say much more than that because you covered all the bases. I will tell you that my own experience with this play was that when it was over, I thought, oh what happens. And my husband and I talked for hours about it.
Well, I mean, if that's how you leave a theater, talking, and it stays with you, you've been to good theater. So it sounds like we are in for some good theater. And if that's not what we need right now, I don't know what is. Jayne, Tim, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks,
Thanks,
you.
Meredith.
Can't wait to see Still. Don't miss it at the DR2 Theater from April 13th through May 18th. You don't have a long time, so make sure you get there. Stay right here with Theater Pizzazz for more theater interviews from me. I'm Meredith Heyman. Thanks for joining me.